couldn't wait to give Nikolas the news, could you? Huh? All about what a liar I am. Do you remember to tell him it's because he couldn't get into my pants?
Whoa, that had nothing
When I went to see Nikolas tonight, I was ready for a full disclosure. Lucky, I was going to tell him about Ethan and the scam and the whole ugly truth. But see, I never got the chance to explain. He hates me now because of you.
The only thing worse than a fool is a drunk fool. I don't want you to see me like this.
Well, that's too bad. Because I'm not leaving you.
You're laughing at this? You see, you don't get to trust my life and then think it's funny.
Okay, you know what? I find this funny because you think I'm jealous. For starters, the only reason I didn't get in your pants, Rebecca, is because I backed out. And second, I didn't do this to you. You did. You were the one who lied when you came to this town. You were the one who tried to scam everybody over your dead sister.
Mm-hmm. I see Ethan covered all the bases.
Now, you broke up with Ethan, and he dumped the truth all over me. Told me about how you two met in the airport, how he coached you through a con, taught you how to take advantage of all of us. You know what? If I didn't feel bad for Nikolas, I'd be really pissed off the way you
You
played
just had to get your revenge.
Okay, then you tell me which part isn't true.
He was hurt. He was angry. You must have known that he was going to paint me in the worst possible light.
You know what? However you want to paint it, it still stinks.
My feelings changed once I got involved with Nikolas. I could have explained that to you.
Yeah, and then what? Pretend that I didn't know? You want me to lie to him?
Well, I would have handled it.
You know what? Nikolas is my brother. My loyalty is to Nikolas. That's how it works with siblings. You know nothing about loyalty. You dumped all over your sister's memory when you went after Nikolas's bank account.
Well, I'd invite you for a drink, but it appears that I've broken all the glasses.
You need to stop this. It's getting a little pathetic.
This is not self-pity, Liz. No. This is just a good, healthy dose of cynicism, that's all.
You can call it whatever you want, but it's not going to fix anything.
On the contrary, this stuff works quite nicely. Granted, it doesn't kill the pain completely, but it does dull it and make it more manageable.
You know how badly this must hurt, and I am so sorry.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say. Those who say things. The truth will set you free. But see, that's not true. That's a lie. It only makes you realize what an idiot you've been and still are. God, I miss Emily. I really do. I try to pretend that everything's fine, but it really isn't. And when I get drunk, it just boils all up inside. It chokes me to death. It's even worse when I'm sober. It's like you said, I constantly look for Emily substitutes. Sweet, silly Nadine. Emily Light. Great girl. Just in way over her head. And then Rebecca. Emily Dark. Duped again, eh, Liz?
Nikolas, this isn't your fault.
Come on, of course it is. You had Rebecca pegged from day one. A greedy sister out to get what Emily had. How right you were.
Believe me, I get no satisfaction
I
from
just
it.
wouldn't listen, would I? Ignored all the warnings from you and Lexus and whoever else. Left myself wide open.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Because you're so deeply in love.
With Emily, who's dead now.
No. With your own suffering.
How's this for a metaphor? Elizabeth straightens up my trashed life. I actually liked your first perspective better, that I'm in love with my own misery.
Let me tell you something about my best friend, Emily. She wasn't this angel that you painted her in your grief. She was human, flawed, just like the rest of us. And she'd be the first one to tell you.
Depends on your point of view, I suppose.
All right, well, let's see. I can recall her being involved with Sunny Corinthos. Do you remember that? Yeah, and she also broke Xander's heart when she realized she was in love with you. See, she screwed up too, but the difference is she lived her life the best she could.
Yep. And then she died.
And if you had died instead, I promise you she would have kept on living. She would have followed her dreams and become a doctor and fallen in love again, and she would have kept the love that the two of you shared in her heart and learned from it. But you, Nikolas, you've turned your love and your memories into this shrine. You've created a fantasy out of Emily that no woman could ever live up to, especially Emily herself. And it's not fair to her, to you, or anyone else who loves you.
I am a coward. I'm secure with my misery. Yep, Emily will always be close, even if the only thing I feel is her loss.
Have you even tried to move on?
Yes, of course I have. I wanted it to work with Nadine. I mean, she's a good person, sweet, uncomplicated.
And that was the attraction. She made things simple for you. You never had to invest your real emotion.
Can we just call it a transitional relationship and move on, please?
Okay, sure. Let's move on. Let's talk about Rebecca.
Okay, well, no one can accuse me of not being invested in that. Emotionally. And I can't remember the last time I was this angry.
What she did was horrible. The way she used you, but if we're being honest here, you used her too.
What? How can you say that? You can't be suggesting moral equivalency here.
Okay, some doctors prescribe placebos to make their patients think that they're taking real medicine. But if you know it's a fake, even though it looks the same, you see a sugar pill with no real merit. That's what Rebecca is to you in your mind, a fake Emily. So when you're with her, you never have to invest your heart in her at all.
I'll have what she's having, minus the cherry and the red stuff. Would you like another one? I hate drinking alone.
Sorry, I'm doing fine. Got some catching up to do.
Well, is that a challenge? I'm a pretty competitive guy, and I guarantee my day was way worse than yours.
Not possible. Yeah, I kept a secret and it came back to bite me.
The secret, was it about a relative? Because I find that it's the ones closest to you that can be the biggest pain in the ass.
See, secrets and lies, those are the most trouble. That's my advice.
No, not really.
Just live your life out in the open. That way you know where you stand, and so does everybody else.
Would it be okay if a guy I didn't know said he thought you were hot?
What took you so long?